Hello viewers, this is There's Doctor 97 presenting your Fire Emblem 6 Project Ember Maniac mode on 0% growth. So today we're doing chapter 3, the latecomers Sorrow, and here we begin. So this has some changes to the typical vanilla version. So basically, some more enemies have better gear and more enemies around, and just a 2 to 3 range. So might want to be careful when you place your units on this map. So they're simple straight chain, but sadly it won't be enough to kill that soldier. But it's still some chip damage, and it goes to someone who will take a kill, I guess. Enemy phase. Like, we want to be careful where you place of tail units because of the archer and soldier. And we're gonna take what stuff we need. Sadly, Marcus can't use access, which means he can't use halberd in chapter 4, but luckily Dick can pretty much use it, so it's not a big deal, honestly. You kinda need Dick to be promoted to CS chapter 4 in a way. I mean, it isn't impossible, but considering the 0% growths and you'll see why in the next chapter, but basically I recommend promoting Dick around the end of this chapter if you haven't promoted him. Because luckily he can use hammer instantly, so you want to just not promote him immediately because you want some extra speed or stats, I guess. Won't make a huge difference since Deek's at a high level, but it wouldn't hurt, honestly. You're going for that. We're just preferring 3 range because it's 3 range ship and it's safe. If possible, we're gonna give kills to Shana and Roy. Like, it would be nice to push them to level 10 so that they become better units basically. So Shana is essentially only flyer until you get Tia, and Roy is essentially gonna get a mount. So I don't think I'll be prioritizing promoting him, probably. I mean, I'll eventually promote him, but maybe not at the moment. Like, Roy and normal growth is still a unit, probably one of the best mounted you can get, but you need growths to unlock that potential. So since this is 0% growths, Roy's not going to reach that level of combat. Kinda glad we have these fighters. We'll be relying on them just because access it fairly hard. We have VT against the soldiers, and I'm definitely sure they can take hits, 2 hits from the enemy, unless the enemy can double, so that's something compared to the cast. I take one shot regardless, so I really want to get a Shana or Roy. I don't think I'll be able to get Roy, sadly. So I guess Shana's gonna get a kill. But Roy's gonna chip, so get some amount of experience. Yep, there. Just keep moving on. Honestly, playing as 0% growth is an interesting way of playing. I don't have to worry about experience besides reaching promotion. I definitely don't have to think about placing units that much compared to growths. Like, I know it's going to be bulky and take hits for the most part. I know it's not going to be that bulky, relatively speaking. For example, Roy is going to take 2 hits, while Deke will probably take 3 or 4 hits before going down. Yeah, he'll take 3 or 4 hits before going down until he drops off. Please. The more chapters of progress, the more his bulk reduces. But Biden will have better units. I mean, better pre-promotes at least. So there are 3 units around there. It's a good idea to place Deke around there since he's going to deal with them with relative ease compared to the rest of my cast here. So we're going to hand axe because one of the soldiers is a javelin. So I'd like to retire against him if possible. Sadly, don't kill this guy with a steel axe, and that's on Deke. But we'll take it a sword guy in the back at least. You can use a wing spear to take care of those cavaliers. Like, Shan easily one-shots them, in fact, especially the sword guys. So she's gonna be integral for the chapters with the mounts. Which, honestly, most of the chapters do have mounts. And if a combat isn't particularly great, she's gonna be a rescue bot, especially with 20 plus aid. She can even rescue a general, which is kind of something. So sadly, since we don't have her pre-promotes up in the front, the next bulkiest unit is Bars, but I'm not gonna place him there at the moment. So we can't do much about his armor at the moment, but that's C rank axis, so Deacon is a killer axe, and which we get in chapter 6. That's going to be helpful. Sadly, hand axe is enough too, so these guys barely survive. So we use steel axes to get more axe rank on him. I don't think Deke's gonna have trouble reaching S rank swords. But yeah, you can see a bulk isn't particularly great, so we'll have to do some chip damage to make sure we kill the knight before she dies, basically. So we're a bit short, like 1 shot of it, but yeah, there you go, powerful rapier. Yeah, I mean, kinda wish I could skip those, but at least it proves this run is 0%. So yeah, really kill a knight, so that's what I gotta do. But I wanna check out my warriors are gonna kill a soldier on there, so Lance is gonna take a kill. I don't think I'm going to use most of the units around here in the long run. Almost every unit, honestly. The bases aren't going to hold up, and Wool does get a preferred weapon which is effective against bow units, which honestly is pretty tempting to get. Especially since snipers are pretty OP. I think Marcus and Nick are gonna last up to the Western Isles easily. Like, Marcus is gonna fall off, but since I don't have particularly good cavaliers, and I guess Noah's gonna be my best cavalier at the moment because of his higher bases. Just chipping the guy. Yeah, that archer which moved down has a killer bow. He's very dangerous, but as long as you stay out of his range, which is hard to do by the way, you're going to be fine. Just bait him in the bottom. So yeah, Not at that position to be exact, but the idea is just hit at a point where the enemy can't counter attack, and bows are pretty good at that. So here I'm going to use bots. So bots, surprisingly, I'll just say a surprise when it happens, but basically you're gonna be surprised at what's gonna happen. That's all I'm gonna say. So I guess that's it for this turn. Nice fort. I kinda like how Project Ember puts a door on the top to drastically shorten the map. So Project Ember generally puts this neat stuff. So you can just recruit Lug, wait for Shadow open a door, and Deacon Luke can just come and kill enemies instead of going all the way around. So normally I'd said Marcus, but just because you can move there, I had a pleasure using Deeks, so it's kinda nice. Sadly, that guy's a hand axe, so we're going to use hand axe around to chip on him. So Project Ember split Cavaliers into two types. So it's not generally Cavaliers are gender lock, but to differentiate con, bases, and promotion gains. But here, there's no point in differentiating since the con formulas will be the same. So Project Ember made two Knight Cavalier types. One's the Heavy Cav and others the Light Cavalier. So Light Cavaliers is essentially promoted to Paladins, which Marcus is, while Heavy Cavaliers promote into Great Knights. So Great Knights can use all three weapon types but are stuck at 7 move. So Paladins can use swords and lances but are stuck at 8, but have 8 move. And Great Knights also have armor weakness and hostile weakness, which kind of holds them back in a way. But other than that, it's fairly versatile units to have around. So basically gonna bait the soldiers into attacking the fighters or the knight, which I'd prefer honestly. Likely gonna go for the fighter, but that's what I'm to decide. Boss doubles one of those axe guys easily. Though I need all the steel axe, but the steel axe is fairly heavy, which reduces the fighters' DS to 2, which is kind of pathetic in a way, but steel axes do it fairly hard and are accurate, so you want to be careful about placing them in a fighter's range. So you see, Shadow's got his cheese with Cavaliers for quite a while. Even later on, easily with chip damage. So Marcus can take 3 hits, but we're not going to risk that right now. Instead, just let the soldiers come towards us, soldier and cavalier. I'm gonna wait for a moment until the enemies, the momentum of reinforcements break in a way, and we get a momentum to move forward. So it's roughly around this time. Once you deal those cavaliers and once you deal these enemies, you can start charging forward for the most part. Yeah, we're totally fine with trying to take a hit, but I'd rather say a wing spear use, so we're going to do some chip damage. The wing spear is a valuable weapon after all. Yep. And that's a level up, so she's 5 more levels away from promotion. That soldier is pretty much dead, honestly. Marcus is one of the best suits, can handle 3 hits, and Deeks away in the other side. It's kind of surprising to double a soldier, but fighter main, especially since boss is 6 speed, but that's kind of nice in a way. So we're gonna move a bit up. We're gonna stay out of range of the knight, but I want to retaliate against Boris Cavaliers. Rise gonna take some time. And one interesting thing on this map, the enemies have changed, like I said before. And honestly, it's kind of funny that there's a promoted general in the army, well, there's a knight as a boss, but well, don't let my musings so trouble you, I guess. This video is a lot longer than your first 2 parts. Well, it should be over fairly soon. Try my best to move as soon as possible. So there's reinforcements keep coming like in the vanilla version, but none of you can handle, especially since you have better weapons, better hit rates, and that's pretty much it. You have better stuff to deal with Cavaliers compared to vanilla version. And 2 amazing free promotes, so I don't think it's gonna be hard to deal with them, but at the same time, I don't want to rush since I know I can't take more than 2 to 3 hits for most of my units. So we're gonna go forward with Roy, since he can't reach out a Cavalier, but Shana can reach a Cavalier, so she's gonna take another kill. It would be nice to just chat towards the door, so that's what I'm planning to do. I think it's gonna reach right away in 2 turns. In the next turn, so it's probably not needed, but I'm still gonna pull it nonetheless. Then I just rescue chain, but we're gonna move D closer to the door. And Lou gets 5 move, nice basis. But since Lou gets 5 move and D gets 6, we're gonna rescue Luke with Deke so I can move him a bit farther. They open the door and we're gonna give the guy to Marcus. Marcus is gonna drop him somewhere. No, I want him to be healed, so I don't think my healer can reach. Yeah. So we're gonna use someone else to drop Luke. So we're gonna go to Iron Sword just because I want to see the Armor Slayer uses. You don't really get Armor Slayers in a long while. At least purchasable ones. And even the next one is gonna come on a unit which is on chapter 8, so you want to be wise in using the Armor Slayer. Could charge a bit if we wanted to, so we're gonna do that. Just gonna move, let's say, units upwards. Like, should I pull at support? Should I move? We're gonna do it later. Yeah, Merlin is just kind of stuck there. He's done his job. I mean, his cavaliers aren't going to be hard to deal with, honestly. Pretty much close to the throne. Positions are in our favor. Frankly, that's all we need. Roy's gonna kill a cavalier with the rapier. Once he just 10, I don't know to put Roy in any combat situations at least. Honestly, it's kinda nice. So I wanna kill the guy, but I don't think I have enough firepower to do it at this turn. You're just gonna rescue Deke and just propel him forward. Can't really do it this turn, but probably do it in the next 2 turns, if not right now. Luckily, the knight doesn't move, it's just there to block a path. So basically a common counter to the LTC runs, typical ones, man. So from what I've seen, Project Ember tends to put all the counters to common LTC strategies performed by Don, Lapogne, I guess. Lapogne and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And Yoza. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right too. So, typical strategies for LTCs won't particularly work. So, if you want to LTC this, you'll have to work on new ones. Basically. Got Deke as enough firepower to take care of his archers, so the reason I didn't want to chip at Marcus is that Archer can move around and make things annoying, and I definitely didn't want to do that. So you're gonna hit that cavalier from top to open the way. So Roy has more room to move around and kill that knight if you wanted to. The boss, which is forgot his name, Slater. Yes, Slater's gonna die pretty much this turn, especially since weapons have better hit rates and thrones have a lower avoid bonus. And we have Luke and easily chip him, so Slater's not gonna stay alive for long. Since I'm not LDCing this, can't afford to take a few turns to get a chest in the bottom, which are definitely going to make the next few chapters a lot easier, especially the halberd and 3000 gold. And extra vulnerability you can steal. We have loads of those already, but an extra vulnerability never hurts. Yeah. At least everyone's getting bad herbs with Marcus's. So, I'm gonna trade to a hammer, but be careful of where you place Chad, otherwise easily gonna get one shot. Kinda dumb enough, it happened to me too, so just saying. One of my recordings, I just placed Chad and the knight pretty much one shot him. And now Deke's a lucky man who one shots at night. So yeah, see that's an interesting idea, yes. There's a general around there. It's kind of funny that a general's blocking a chest, but yes, it makes sense because there's good stuff there. Yeah, this honestly doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm not going to use it in the long run, but yes, everyone hurt. So basically gonna pull a rescue chain once you steal the wall from him. Hand that wall over to me. So we're gonna pull a rescue drop. Want this guy to be fairly close to the treasure chest, so Deacon is the one-shot hammer. That's pretty surprising. I didn't know how to use armor slave for VTA, but anyway, General is basically free XP. Not complaining about it, but if you have any some modded units, they easily get almost full level up from it. So there's a juicy halberd. Normally Marcus reaches D rank. Not normally, you need to grind for it, but if you do make Marcus reach D rank in Axis, just think that the vanilla chapter 4 is cheese for the most part. Here halberd isn't going to help you cheese the map, but it's going to make your map a lot more easier, that's a sure. So finish it in 17 turns, and that should be the end of this map. So consider leaving a like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you until the next video. Bye bye.